fall in love, and here's the bottom line. Our trio's down to 2. Oh.
I'm so nervous. Hey guys, welcome. So I'm going to be doing my Disney College Program interview here in a couple of minutes. It's scheduled for 9:45, but they said that it could be 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after, so I'm preparing for it to be at 9:30. I'm all Mickey'd up. I have my Mickey shirt on, and I have my ears. I'm wearing my ring, and I have my Mickey behind me. Oh my gosh, I am so unbelievably nervous. I can't believe that this is happening and I made it this far on my first try. I'm just fingers crossed I get it. Can you feel the love tonight? Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to a place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island. Maybe I can roll with mine. Also pushing once into. Hello, this is Hannah.
Hi Hannah, this is Evelyn calling with the Disney Company. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I'm calling in regards to the telephone interview you scheduled today.
Of course.
Oh, right. Is this still a good time for you?
Yes. This is perfect.
Okay. Great. So just to give you an idea of what to expect, we will be together about 20 minutes or so, just so that we can really have a conversation. I just want to learn a bit about you, talk about your experience and what roles you're interested in, of course. And then at the end, I'll save a couple minutes to answer any program-related questions you may have. Okay?
Right. That sounds great.
Okay, great. So let me begin by doing a few housekeeping issues. Just confirm some things from your application.
All right.
Now, you are in your freshman year at the University of Akron. You're studying middle level education?
Yeah.
Math and language arts?
Yes.
Okay. Tough age group.
Yeah, yes. It'll be something, but I'm excited.
Okay. And you have not worked with our company before, right?
No.
Okay. Now, are you an international student studying in the U.S. on a visa?
Nope.
Okay. And if you do not speak any additional languages, right?
No.
Okay. So are you familiar with our company policy regarding appearance?
Yes.
Okay. And you're willing to comply with those guidelines?
Yes, of course.
Any tattoos?
No.
No? Okay. How about ear gauges or dermal piercings?
Nope.
Right. Any piercings at all?
I just have ear piercing, just one.
Okay. Just the standard hole in the lowest portion of each earlobe?
Yep.
Okay. No light passes through, standard size?
Yep.
All right. Now, some positions may require you to operate a vehicle. Do you have a valid U.S. driver's license?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And I see that you're interested in the program at Walt Disney World in Florida. Looks like your primary choice is the fall program, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And have you had a chance to look at the dates of that program?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And you're receptive to all start and end dates?
Yep.
Okay. And then your second choice would be the longer Advantage. Again, have you had a chance to look at all the dates?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And you're fully available for the duration, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Just tell me, have you ever had the opportunity to live with roommates before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And how many roommates have you had at one time?
Just one.
Was it just a standard dorm or apartment?
Just standard dorm, and then I lived with my sister growing up.
Oh, okay. Okay. So how have you handled any disagreements with your roommate?
I just kind of like sit her down and calmly talk about things. I don't typically get in disagreements. I'm a very easy person to kind of live with, but just like calmly talk things over, express what I'm feeling, listen to her, kind of come up with an agreement on how to handle things, you know.
Right.
Try not to get too out of hand. That's kind of it.
So when you're feeling the stress and the pressure from work and school, family, how do you typically handle that?
Yeah, so I just kind of I'm gonna calm myself down. Like with work, I love to work, so if I ever like get stressed out or something, I just always remind myself like I want to do this, like this is what I want to do, I enjoy it, and kind of just try like just breathe, take a couple breaths, and then from there I get pretty calmed down and just kind of continue with what I was dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So why are you interested in our program as opposed to other ones that are out there?
Yeah, so I have like two reasons. So I first heard about your program from a really good family friend. She did it twice, absolutely loved it. And growing up, I always went to Disney World, and I had my dad's cousin works in Disney in like the animal department and stuff, and he always loved it. So growing up, I always kind of wanted to work there and maybe make a career out of it someday. And so when I heard about the program from my friend who did it and she like fell in love with it, I just kind of researched it, and ever since then I love the program and have been waiting so long to finally apply. So this is so exciting.
Well, good, good. Now, I see you've listed some work experience. Looks like most recently you've been performing with the Fairy Tale Foundation.
Yes.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that.
Of course. So that's like a local thing in my hometown. One of my really good friends, she graduated 2 years before I did, graduated high school. And she just like loves kids and loves different to giving to like different kids, like cancer stuff. And so she decided to start a program called the Fairy Tale Foundation, and it's where she has like a ton of friends. So it's like a group of us, and we volunteer and we dress up as like princesses, or like we have like the Star Wars characters and like a bunch of different things. And she like buys costumes, so they're like super super nice and stuff. And so we dress up and we do like a bunch of different like kid functions. So we'll do like our 4th of July stuff and Christmas stuff in our hometown. And then we do like birthdays. And so it's like a nonprofit organization. So any money that she gets, she like donates to other organizations and stuff. It's a lot of fun. I love working with the kids.
That sounds like fun. Now, are you still a barista at Starbucks as well?
No, I'm not. I wish I was. That was such a great job. But once college started, it's definitely a really different atmosphere. And I wanted to focus on school. And they don't actually offer like seasonal jobs. But so for like break, instead I drove for DoorDash, which I didn't put that down because it was only like a little... It was for a short time there, but because I love to work. So like when I was on break, I'm like, I need to find something to do.
Right.
But yeah, no, that was a great company to work for. I absolutely loved it though.
Okay. What did you enjoy most about that position?
I don't know. I love that Starbucks, when customers come in, like we have such a great, I'm trying to think. Like, we have, like, interactions with the customers. Like, I know most of them by name, and we just, like, have all these personal, like, connections with them after working there for a while. And it's just such a very personal company, and they really care about their employees. And it was just so fantastic that they did, because Wendy's, I worked for them previously, and it was a great company. But they, the new company bought them out halfway through I was working there. And they got rid of a lot of, like, the employee stuff, benefits and stuff, and it just, didn't benefit me very well, and I need to move forward and like better myself for future and stuff. So that's why I switched to Starbucks. And yeah, they just really take care of their employees, and it's so amazing. Like I said, it's like the personal interactions you have with people. It's incredible.
Right, right. Tell me about a challenging guest situation that you handled in that role, because I know people are very particular about their coffee.
Yeah, people are very particular about their coffee. One comes to mind. It happened towards the end, and this lady comes in and she gets like frappuccinos, and I made them for her because it was later at night, so I was like making the drinks and like cashing people out on drive-thru and everything. So I made the drinks and I like went to hand them to her right before, like as I was taking her card. And she was like, oh, can I have more whipped cream on the drinks? And I was like, yeah, of course. So I like set them down, took her card to like pay. And as I was doing that, I was looking up at the screen. So like my eyes like went up. And she was like, oh, you just rolled your eyes at me or whatever. Like I just asked for more whipped cream. And I was like, oh, like no, like I'd be happy to get you the whipped cream. I already got it for her. But she was like giving me such a problem, and I was like, I'm so sorry if you thought that I was giving you attitude. Like I did not mean to come across that way in any way, shape, or form. But she just got mad and she ended up calling my manager. But so I just kind of like tried to handle it the best I could. Like I apologized for her thinking that I could have an attitude. And like my manager, when she called, she was like, we're so sorry. So that was definitely an interesting.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did you like that hectic pace that typically comes with Starbucks?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you like the fast pace that typically occurred at Starbucks? Yes.
I love working in a fast-paced like environment. It just makes the time seem like it goes by so much faster, and you always have something to do, which is so nice.
Right. Now you mentioned that you were working at night, doing a couple things at one time by yourself. Have you found that you like to work more independently, or do you like when there's more of a team atmosphere?
I can do either one. I feel like when there's more of like a team or you're working together with people, it's just more fun. Like you can kind of like goof around and you get to like balance off each other's like energy levels, and it's just a lot of fun. But also, sometimes that can get annoying, and so working by yourself is good because you don't have, say like someone is like rude or something, and you just kind of like have yourself to focus on. But so each one has like its benefits and it has its downsides.
Right. Okay. Now, are you comfortable working outdoors as well as indoors?
Yeah.
Okay. And standing and walking extended periods of time?
Oh, yes. That is totally okay.
All right. Okay. So I see you are interested in a number of different positions with us. One of which, of course, is character performer. Were you planning on attending an audition?
Yeah. I looked at the auditions online, and I think they said they're coming to Columbus March 2nd, which is actually the day before my birthday, so that's exciting. So I was planning on going to that one.
Okay. Good. Now, for that role, you are considered through your audition, but in the meantime, we consider you for all the other positions that you have an interest in. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right. Now, you also have an interest in quick service food and beverage, which I know you have that experience in. And I believe you mentioned you do have cash handling experience, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you also have an interest in merchandise. Now, some of our merchandise locations you may also handle and prepare food, but things more of a confectionery nature, like nut brittles, candy apples. How do you feel about that sort of work?
That sounds good.
Okay, right. And then you have an interest in attractions as well. Any fear of heights?
No, not really.
Okay. What about if you were had to memorize the script and speak audience. How would you feel about that?
I'm pretty good. I'd say, yeah.
Okay.
I did a little acting in middle school, so I had to memorize some scripts before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you were working at Tower of Terror and say a young guest approached and they weren't tall enough to ride, how would you handle that?
Yeah, so I would just kind of tell them, and if they're with their parents, be like, I'm sorry, they're not tall enough, and then kind of just direct them to, like, another ride that they would be able to ride, and kind of be like, hey, like, come back when you're taller and you can ride, and just kind of be super, like, happy about it, and kind of, like, let them down in, like, the best way possible. Like I said, direct them to, like, another ride so they can have more fun.
Okay. Okay. So tell me about your interesting character attendant.
Yeah, so I feel like I said, I wanted the being a character performer would be so cool because I love interacting with kids, and like that just like would be so amazing. Like the magic with characters and working with characters is just so incredible, and like to see the kids, like they just love it so much. So to be a character attendant, I'd still be able to like be with the kids and like interact with them in the same kind of way, and it would be cool to like be able to help guide like the characters around. And just like seeing the kids and their reactions. I just love kids so much, and interacting with them is like kind of a huge part of like why I want to work with Disney, because obviously kids are a huge part of the company.
Right, right. So say you were assisting Winnie the Pooh for the day, and he had to go on break, so you had to close off his line and tell all the people in line that they couldn't see him right then. How do you think you would go about doing that?
Yeah, so always kind of like try and stay positive and just like, hey guys, like I'm sorry, Winnie the Pooh has, is gonna go eat honey, or like kind of like keep it kind of along the lines of like the character, and just be like, he'll be back soon, and if like I know exact time, be like, oh, he'll be back in like this amount of time, you guys can come back to see him. And then maybe like refer them to like another character who's doing like something, or some other rides that they can do in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. Now, tell me a bit about your photography experience. I see your interest in photographs.
Yeah, so photography, I love it so much. My dad grew up in photography classes, so I kind of would go with him when he'd go and take pictures, and I just always like fell in love with it. And then I finally got my own camera. I want to say it was like Christmas of my junior year. So last year I took photography class. So I don't have like that much experience. I just do it kind of for fun. I did take like a little class on it, and it's just so much fun. I just love doing it on my free time.
Okay. Good. Good. Would you be comfortable carrying up to 10 pounds of camera equipment for possibly 8 hours a day?
Yeah, that'd be something I'd be open to.
What about standing waist high in water taking photographs?
Yeah, that would be, I think, something that I would totally be into. Sounds like fun, actually.
Okay. That's great. Now, even though we may not have spoken about all the roles on your checklist, just like you agreed to when you signed off on your application, we do consider you for every role you express any level of interest in. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
And based on the descriptions in the role checklist and the roles discussed today, are you able to perform the essential functions of the role with or without a reasonable accommodation?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, those are all the questions I have, so let me share with you what happens from here, okay?
All right.
We will send communication to your dashboard on the career portal, but be aware there won't be any changes made to your dashboard until a final decision has been made. So you can check the status of your application by checking notifications, and that's the small bell in the upper right-hand corner of the dash. And you want to check that periodically, okay? Because we make decisions continuously over the course of the season, so we encourage you to continue checking, okay?
sounds good.
Now, if you are accepted, you will get information on how to accept or decline your offer, when to arrive, of course, the role that you'll have, as well as information on how to get a hold of us and what classes will be held during your program. Okay?
All right.
Okay. Now, any questions for me about the program at this point?
Yeah, so I think I have 2 questions. I'll start with the first one. So if I were to do like an online class through my school, would there be like any way I could like specifically like mark like a certain day or like time of day dedicated to that class, like a week?
We typically will schedule around our Disney classes if you're taking. Flexible online classes are best, but the thing that you should do is talk to your area as soon as you get here to see if their scheduler can accommodate you. Now, if your class is meeting for a few hours online, they could probably work around it. If it's something that's all day, I don't know if they'd be able to guarantee you a specific day off.
All right. Yeah, I probably won't do that, but just in case. And then second question, so I know like if you were to get into the program, you have to pay that $300 because it goes for like all the fees and stuff. And so when would that be like required? Like, is it like right when you accept, or do you have like time?
You have a small window. I believe it's 5 to 10 days upon acceptance.
Okay. All right, and that's all for me.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Hannah. It was a pleasure.
Thanks.
And I hope you have a magical day, okay?
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
There is one way to ask.
I'm done. Hey guys, so I'm sitting here editing the video and I realized I didn't make an intro for it when I had recorded it back all the way in January. So I just wanted to say I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and leave a comment down below if you guys got in the program as well and like had some other tips, or if you had like similar experiences. I know there's this one part where I had thought that the phone's disconnected, so I paused for a second and I was freaking out a little bit about it, and I was like, I don't know what to do, but I just finished with the question and it turns out we didn't get disconnected at all, so that's good. And so if you have any similar situations or anything, leave a comment down below. In my description I will have both of my social medias linked. One is my Instagram and the second one is going to be my Disney Instagram, so go check those out and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Bye.